Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am Elisa Dome with Elisa Dome's Crochet. I have been doing a couple of pattern tests and I want to show y'all what I have been working on. So this is Cal Scott's Tree Kangaroo. This is by Lacie with Ruth Lace Crochet. And I think that this is for a Cal crochet along that she is involved in. But y'all, check out this tree kangaroo. I had no idea that tree kangaroos even existed. Whenever I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I said, I would love to test that. And so I answered the tester call, and I honestly didn't really think I would get picked. And so when I did, I was so excited, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have got to make this thing because it's something that's different. It's cute. You know, this is something that you would probably see like in a zoo or something like that. This is with the Vanishing wild cow, or that's what she's got on here. And she's got on here Scott's Tree Kangaroo, aka Tenkile, Tenkile. And so she's got a little bit of tinkle facts on here, and I'm sure she won't mind me reading off what she's got on here. But it says the Tenkile, or the Scott's Tree Kangaroo, the name is called Dendrologus scottae, is a critically endangered marsupial found exclusively in the Torricelli mountain range of Papua New Guinea. I love to watch fishing shows, me and my husband. We are really big on watching anything outdoorsy, fishing, stuff like that, especially in different countries or regions of the world. And so one of the YouTube channels that we watched, the people were in Papua New Guinea, and I actually seen some of these. They were in the trees, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's what I'm working on. And so I was so excited about that, y'all, because literally I have never seen one of these in real life. That's probably the closest that I'll ever come to seeing one of these things. But look how cute. She did so amazing on this pattern. Check out this big old tail. This little cute guy is so cute. He's just adorable. He's so stinking adorable. I love it. The only thing that I did that wasn't included in the pattern is I did kind of tack his legs down because they were just kind of floppy out to the side, and so I just kind of tacked them right under there. And I wished I'd have tacked this one just a little bit more down, so it's kind of still standing up some. And I may go back and do that and just take it down a little bit. But other than that, I followed her pattern just like she said. I believe that these eyes are 20mm eyes that I ordered from Amazon with the gold glittery background. And so I used the black is Bonnet blanket, and then this is this color here is Bonnet blanket and almond. And so I just want to say, Lacie, if you're watching this, you did outstanding on this pattern. I love it. It was not hard at all. It was very easy to understand. It was, you know, a great pattern. It was very fun. And it did not take me very long. Once I really started working on it, it didn't really take me long at all to do it. I will say I did not completely stuff the entire tail. I think I stuffed it up to right here. And then the rest I didn't, because I was afraid that it would just stick out like this, and I wanted it to hang around or kind of wrap around the body. And so I did not stuff it, you know, as tight as I would have. She says on there to lightly stuff the arms and the feet, and so that's what I did. I do think I crocheted the ears in backwards. The ears are surface crocheted on, and I went right by the directions that she had, but for some reason I think I may have got them mixed up and did the opposite for each ear. But whether I did or not, I don't know. But still, it still looks kind of cute, you know. But she did an outstanding job on this pattern. This was a great pattern. I really love it. This really looks like the real thing. And so, Lacie, great job. Great job. The other pattern test that I had to do, and I'm still working on it, I applied and honestly didn't think I would get in, because like 3 or 4 patterns before this I had applied for and I never got in for them. And honestly, to be honest, I've got to stop applying for these patterns. When I see them, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's something that I just absolutely have to have. That would either look so cute at the coffee house, or that would look great at my next market. And so, you know, I'm putting too much on my plate as far as crocheting goes. But let me show y'all. This is the Bedtime Babies pattern. And it is by Nichole with nicholes.creations. And just look how stunning and cute this is. Look at this. And I am working on this one here, and it's gonna be in pink. And so this is the almond and Bonnet blanket, and this is that vintage white from Bonnet blanket that I just ordered. And then this color here, I can't think of the name of it, but it is worsted weight yarn that I've had for a good while now. But look how cute this baby is. So she gives you 3 options. She gives you the option to make a bow out of a leaf pattern. So you make 2 leaves, and then, you know, you make a bow out of that. And then she gives you an option to make just like a regular looking like hair bow option. She also gives an option to make a hat, like a sleepy time hat that, you know, they used to wear. I call them dunce hats. I don't know what they're really called. Bedtime hats or dunce hats. I don't know. But it's the pointy bedtime hats. So this one here, I think I'm going to do the regular bow. I haven't decided what color yet. I may do it in like a vintage white color. But I wanted to make a blue one and do the bedtime hat on it. But I'm out of my periwinkle blue right now. And I also had some bubbly blue, but I do not think it's enough to make the body. And I would be playing yarn chicken for sure. So I do have a pretty good bit of the yellow left that I was supposed to finish making the giraffe, my giraffe that I never finished that whip with. And so I think I'm going to wind up having to buy more of that yellow in the future. Y'all, I apologize if you can hear my dog Macy. She's outside. She's sitting on the front step growling at me because she wants to come in, and I haven't let her in yet. And so she's going to keep barking and growling until I let her in. But she can hold on for just a few more minutes and I'll let her in. But anyway, I'll probably do one in yellow. I would love to do one like in the mint green, but I don't have any of that yarn either. But I have just a little bit of that color, but I don't, like I said, I don't think it's enough to do the bodice either. I think I would be playing yarn chicken with that as well. So with that being said, for now, I think I'm just going to do this vintage white. This is the tan pink, I believe. And then, is this tan pink? I can't remember if this is the tan pink or not. I could be wrong on that. But anyway, it's like a nude pink colored from Bonnet. And the yellow, it's like a banana yellow, and it's from Hobby Lobby. So I'm gonna do those 3, and that's for the pattern test. Okay, but y'all, she is just the cutest thing. Nichole also has a website that you can go to, and she has all kind of beautiful patterns for babies, baby dolls, they are stunning, y'all. They're stunning. If I had the money, I would probably buy every one of her patterns because they are stunning. She has a sale going on right now, and so there is one on there that I really want to get because I would like to make it for my granddaughter for her birthday. Her birthday is in October, and so I have plenty of time to get that pattern and get to work on that because it's just, today is May the 18th. Today's Monday, May the 18th. I will try to link her website and her Instagram under the description if y'all were interested in that. This is not a plot or a ploy to get y'all to go and buy anything from her. She did not ask me to speak on this for her behalf or anything. I'm just telling y'all that I've went and I've looked, and they are some really great, beautiful patterns. So they're so cute. I just want to buy up all of them and make them. I am just such a lover of all things whimsical, like babies, baby dolls, anything like that. I don't know, I can't resist. But check out this eye embroidery, y'all. So I don't think I did as good on this eye, but this eye here, I think I did wonderful. A lot better than I had been doing. The nose does look just a tiny bit crooked on here, but that's okay. When I'm looking right at it, it doesn't look crooked. I try to line it up with the rose. See here? So I don't know. But anyway, I guess because when you're working in continuous rounds, it sometimes makes things look a little crooked. I guess that's what it is. But anyway, it's so cute. So cute. I just love these. I think this will be a really good seller. It does kind of look like a little newborn baby, and so I think that it's gonna sell really good. The only thing I want to do is I want to take a lighter and take off some of the fuzzies on this headband, because boy does it have fuzzies on it. I don't know if y'all can see them, but it has some fuzzies. And that drives me crazy, but it is what it is. But anyway, let me show y'all this short video of what all I got at, or what all I sold rather, at the Willow Tree Coffee House. And again, once I get the other little babies completed, I will try to get on here and show them to y'all. I have a couple of other pattern tests as well that I'll be working on this week, and so I will also either show them on this video or the next video. So talk later. Hey y'all, it's me again, Elisa Dawn with Elisa Dawn's Crochet, and I just wanted to show y'all, we taken some stuff down to the coffee house and leaving it. Picked up all the old inventory that was left, and left a whole bunch of new inventory, things that I had planned to take to my market. I just decided to leave at the Willow Tree Coffee House. So here's hoping to sell in a good bit of stuff. I left 20 items down there, and we're bringing back a few items. So I will show y'all a short clip of what we left. Hey y'all, so it's me again. I wanted to come back on here and show y'all what I brought back from the coffee house and go over what did sell. And so I always make a list of what I take and leave. That way I'll know what sold and what don't sell, and that way I can kind of keep up with my inventory and keep up, you know, with what they owe me. And of course they've been awesome on that. I've had no problem whatsoever. So I brought back the Finn Bee Bear, and I have $30 on it. So I may go down a little bit, just a couple of dollars on this to maybe 26 and see, or maybe even 25, I don't know. But let me know in the comments what y'all think on my pricing, okay? And I also brought back the Beth Bunny with the Brie Mouse Ballerina mod, and that's this one here. And now, I thought she was gorgeous. I mean, I really did. I thought she was just gorgeous. And I have 26 on her, and she didn't sell. And so, I really didn't want to change my price because I thought that was a good price. But I may go down to 25 on her and see. Let me know what y'all think on that. The Beth Bunny with the teal overalls with the mini carrot did not sell. I picked her up and her little mini carrot was gone. But that's okay. I mean, it's just a little mini carrot. I can make another one of them. There's no tellings. A little kid probably got it, but that's okay. I have 26 on this one, and I really didn't want to change the price on these because I did sell one of these. I actually sold one of them in purple overalls, and I actually sold a ballerina bear in purple, which was, you know, kind of weird. So maybe I'll leave the price of these alone because I sold two of them with $26 as the price. Okay, I brought back my yellow chicken Fable friend, the little yellow chick Fable friend. This is the one that I messed up trying to do the front thing, so I made him look like that it had like 3 tufts of hair. And I know that Jocelyn was not really happy with me doing that because it's almost like I changed up her pattern. But I was trying to do the little middle thing, and I kind of messed up on it, and so I just did this. But anyway, it is what it is. I can't change it now, but it's still cute in my opinion. I don't know, but it didn't sell. I had 22 on it, and it come with a little scarf. So my mallard duck snuggler didn't sell, and I have 35 on her, and I'm not changing the price on them. I think 35 is a great price on them. My rabbit on the carrot didn't sell. This is the little rabbit on the carrot. I had 25 on this, and I think I'll leave that at that price. I think that's a great price. So maybe next Easter it'll sell. My Dash Dino Knotted Lovey didn't sell. I have recently started making more. I took the Una Unicorn, and I took the Dusty Dragon, and then I took the Red Fox down there and left them. But I did bring this one back because it's been down there for over a month, and so it had not sold, so I did bring it back. And now I have $40 on this, and so we'll see if the others sell or not. So I had another duck snuggler that sold, and I had 35 on it. No, I'm sorry. This is I got the other ones mixed up. This was the mallard snuggler, and that other's just a plain. So this one didn't sell, and I have 35 on it. So I brought both of them back. Okay, and then I also had a brown thin bear ballerina in pink that didn't sell. And I have 26 on her. I may knock it down to 25. I'm not sure because, like I said, I have sold a couple of them there. The purple one sold. And then I had both of these did not sell. And now one of the little carrot bags is gone. I have 25 on both of these. I might knock them down to 22. But I had it for 25 because of the little carrot bag being with them. And like I said, the carrot bag was not with this one, so I don't know what happened to it, but that's no problem. I can just make another one, and I can put these up for next Easter. I'll have lots of Easter stuff, y'all. Okay, my big purple bunny, it didn't sell. I had 30 on it. I think that was a good price. My big flower bunny didn't sell. Now, this was a big joker. This bunny is a pretty good big size, so I have 45 on it, but it didn't sell. But, you know, there's always, you know, maybe I'll try to sell it in the fall because it's got the flower. And then the Dorito Snuggler didn't sell, and I had 26 on it. And now I thought that was a good price on this little Dorito Snuggler. And so I'm going to leave that on there for now. My Black Lamb Snuggler, I have 35 on it. And it did not sell. I thought 35 was a great price on it. This other little bunny in purple didn't sell. And so let me tell y'all what did sell. So I sold a Bailey bunny with the pink skirt and top, and I'll try to put a picture up here. I sold a Beth bunny in blue overalls with a carrot. I sold a Beth bunny in purple overalls with a carrot. I sold 2 hatching carrots, and then I sold one ballerina bunny, a ballerina bunny. It was just like this, but a bunny in purple that I sold. And so all together, with everything, after paying them what I owed them, my check was like $112 and some change. And so they take 10%, you know, out of what I make. And so I thought that was a good, you know, bit that I had sold. That was my Easter sales. And so I just wanted to come on here. I'm sorry about my dog Macy. She's outside. She's wanting to come in. I'm fixing to let her in so she'll stop crying. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and just kind of go over that with y'all. I know a lot of people goes over their market sales. So that was my coffee house sales that I did. And so I'm very excited about that. I brought all of these back, took all brand new inventory. Sorry. I took all brand new inventory down there. So I'm hoping, y'all, that I can sell a good bit of items down there. I will get paid again on the 15th. So she pays me on the 15th and on the 30th. And so today is the 9th. And so I don't know how many will sell from the 9th to the 15th, but here's hoping that I can make some sales. And that's all that I have for y'all right now. And I will come back on when I have more stuff. See y'all. Hey friends, it's me again. I just wanted to show y'all what I've been working on. So, for Mother's Day, my mother had mentioned a few weeks ago that she was watching Little House on the Prairie, the very first episode. It was a Christmas special episode that is on YouTube. And she told me, she said, go watch it. She said, it's so good. And she said, I really like that bonnet that Laura Ingalls has on. She said, it's crocheted. She sent me a picture of it. And she said, do you think you could make that for me? And I said, yes. If I can find, you know, a pattern, I will try my best to make it for you. I said, you know, if you can get me the yarn, I'll make it. Well, then I realized that Mother's Day was coming up. And I said, you know what? I think I have some yarn. I didn't tell her this, but I said to myself, I think I have some yarn that'll do just fine. You know, that I can try to make that if I can just find a pattern. And so I looked a couple different places, but I actually found a YouTube tutorial, and it is under Just Vintage Crochet. And I forget the name of the lady. If I can find her name, I will tag it in this video. But anyway, she gives a YouTube tutorial, and it's a really good tutorial. I mean, she goes, you know, really slow. She gives precise instructions, and it's very easy to follow, and it really don't take very long at all to make this bonnet. And so I made this bonnet for my mother for Mother's Day. And I know that back in like the older days, like in the 1800s and 1900s, they probably would have used, you know, whatever that they had. And I know most bonnets aren't made like this, and you know, for that show, who knows, you know, why. But I was thinking, you know what, this would have been a really beautiful table doily. And so I was wondering, you know, did they kind of want you to think that she just kind of used a table doily and made a bonnet? This is the inside part of it. So you have to crochet the outer part, and then you have to crochet the inner part, and then you have to sew them together. And then you make the straps and attach it. But the way that she does it, and you know, it really looks great. And I mean, it fits me perfectly, so therefore I know that it's gonna fit my mother. You know, it fits me really good. The straps is very long, so you can tie it in a cute little bow on the side, or either right under your neck. I like stuff that's tied to the side, so you know, it's really cute. I know at my mother's church they have what they call old-fashioned day or old Western day. And so with the Pentecostal heritage, you know, we like to kind of dress old-fashioned anyway. Especially my mother, you know, we're plain old-fashioned people. And so I think she's really going to love this. She has no clue that I've made it for her. She has no clue. But she's supposed to be coming after a while to see me, because I've also made some bread. And she does know that I made the bread, but she don't know that I'm letting her have a loaf of my bread. And so I watch another lady on YouTube, and I cannot remember her name right off the bat. Little Village Homestead. So I watch Little Village Homestead all the time, and this lady is fantastic. She makes all kind of stuff. She makes desserts, breads, you know, pizzas. And you know, used to I would make bread with sourdough, and I had my own sourdough starter that I, you know, followed and did, and I kept it up for a while. I would make all kind of stuff. I've made bread, I have made pizzas, I've made French bread, I've made cookies, muffins, you name it, I've probably made it. But then when I got pots, it was just hard for me to keep my starter up, and I ruined it and wound up just throwing it away. And so now I'm still not really able to keep up a starter, and so I just decided to buy me some yeast and go with that. So that's what I did. So this is just regular yeast sandwich loaf bread. Let me show y'all what else that I have been working on. Okay, so I had a pattern test for Cheryl with papers_2, and it's called Intibane the Warthog. But I told her, I said, I think I'm going to try to make my warthog look like Pumbaa off of The Lion King. And she said, that's fine, you can do that. And so I asked her, I said, well, do you mind me giving it hair? Because she did not have that in the pattern. And I told her, I said, I will take lots of pictures with it before the hair, the mane, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll take some pictures, you know, after I get the mane on or the hair on. And she said, yes, that's fine. And I said, okay. I said, I just think that this will be, you know, a better seller if it looks more like Pumbaa off The Lion King. And she said, okay, that's fine. I don't mind a bit. So, this is my warthog. This is Intibane the Warthog, and he is a pretty big boy. He's a splooter. He sploots out. He's so fun. He can lay or he can sit down. This tail, she gave an option that you could use like a one of those curling sticks in it, or you could just leave it long. Well, I tied it in a knot because it's so long, and I didn't choose to do the curling method, and so I put a little bit of hair on the tail. Let me undo it so I can show y'all what it looks like. So this is the tail here, and see, it's pretty long, and so that's why I just tied it up. I just thought, you know what, it would be easier, you know, for me to just, you know, tie it up in a knot, in a loose knot, you know, and whoever buys it, they can leave it or they can untie it, whatever. But this is the mane here that I put on it. And so I made, this front here are just loops, and I slip stitched back into the head. That's all that is. And then on the back here, I did this sort of like how I did the Una Unicorn, but a little bit different. I kind of did it the way that I would do like one of my skirts on one of my like little animals or whatever. I just slip stitched 10 down the mane, and then I single crocheted, and then I went back and I double crocheted, and I double crocheted 2 times, and then I double crochet 3 times, and then 2, and then 3, 2, 3, like that, all the way down. So it would give this real fluffy, and you can't really see because it's black mane, and it makes it so hard to see. But anyway, Cheryl, she did absolutely fantastic. I used some of the eyes that I ordered that are the gold glittery eyes. These are, I think, 25 millimeter. I'm pretty sure they are. And so I think that worked really well for him. The hooves look really good. The head shaping is really good. The warts is really good. I like how she does the nose. I like the shaping of his tusks or horns. Tusks. I think they're called tusks. So the ears, I really like them. They set really well on the head. But all in all, this was a great pattern. It was fun. It was simple. I didn't have any trouble with it whatsoever. There was nothing hard about this pattern. It was super simple. And so this is a pretty big dude. So I will probably charge about $50 to $55 for this Intibane Warthog, or Pumbaa Warthog, if you want to call it that. So Cheryl, if you're watching, I love this pattern. It's absolutely beautiful. I do think he will sell well. If he doesn't sell, I will be very surprised, because he is just absolutely gorgeous. He's beautiful. I love him. I really love him. I love The Lion King. Timon and Pumbaa is one of my favorites. I absolutely love that show. And then I had another pattern test for Delon with linker.ee, and let me tell y'all what I did. I took what I made down to the coffee house, and I didn't even get pictures or video or anything. Like a crazy person, I don't know what I was thinking. The next thing that I am working on is Scott's tree Kangaroo, and it is due the 16th. Today is the 12th. And then I've got another test for Delon, and it is Frankie the Bear. And so once I get them 2 tests done, then I have to start working on another pattern test for Cheryl, and it's a gnome. And so I've got those 3 pattern tests, and then I have another pattern test that is secret that I can't really talk about. And so that I know of, those are the 4 pattern tests that I have to do. I think for the rest of the day today, I'm going to rest because I have been so busy, y'all. I also made 2 loaves of bread this morning, and so that has just about wore me out. And so that's probably the rest of the day. I'm just going to rest and watch a little bit of YouTube, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll talk to y'all later. Hey y'all, it's me again. So I wanted to show y'all the other little bedtime baby that I made. Isn't it cute? This is the other headband style. And so she's ready to go. And so I've got both of these. I did not get the one with the little hat. I think I also may want to do one like in a light lavender purple color. I'm definitely going to make one in blue when I get the yarn for that. But the one with the hat for the pattern test, I think it will be in yellow. I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to lie, because oh my goodness, people can just come up with some of the best, cutest little whimsical patterns, and I'm like, how do they think of that? Why can't I think of stuff so cute? But anyway, I do love him. He's fantastic. He's fantastic, y'all. And so I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Help me get up to my 1,000 subscribes goal. I'm a long way away, y'all, but I know I'll get there. I do thank y'all, the ones that have subscribed. I thank y'all so much, and I thank y'all for supporting me on my crochet journey. I hope y'all enjoy watching. Leave me a comment. Any type of emoji will do this time around. If there's a certain content that you would like to see from me, you know, something that you want to see me make, or something you want me to discuss or talk about, please let me know. Please let me know, because, you know, I know a lot of people, you know, they like different content, and I just, you know, I just show usually what I make, you know, each week, because I know everybody, you know, wants to see that too. But, you know, if there's something specific that you want me to talk about, let me know. Y'all let me know. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great one, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.